Very good morning, guys. So in this session we will see about pointers. So students do afraid a lot about pointers, but after this session I'm sure that you're going to start loving the concepts of pointers, and this concept of pointer is very important as far as the placement is concerned. So please stay focused, and if you think that the knowledge which you will be getting from the video is worth, then please do subscribe my channel. I think I'm working very hard, so I request you guys to please do subscribe and watch and share. Thank you so much. So now we'll start with pointers. So now what is a pointer? So you can see that the pointer is nothing but it's a special kind of variable which stores the address of another variable. For example, if I'm taking a variable simple int I is equal to suppose 5, right? And I'm taking one more variable j. Now if I write that j is equal to address of I, which means this is a variable j which is storing the address of I, and this is only possible if this j is a pointer variable. So my j is a pointer pointing to an integer. So what do you mean by this? So let's suppose we have this I having the value 5, and let's suppose the address of I is 100. So in this, what is the value of I? I is 5, and what is the address of I? Address of I is nothing but it is 100. So this operator is called as a reference operator. It gives the address, right? And this operator is called as a dereference operator. It gives the value at the address. So you normally call this as a pointer, but this is basically a dereference operator. So now I have taken a pointer j, which this pointer is holding the address of a variable I. Fine. So now if I want to fetch the value of I, what I have to do? I have to simply write that printf. Let's suppose if I write printf %u %d comma j comma star j. Now let's suppose if I write %u is nothing for the, but it is for the unsigned address. So what is the value of j? Now what is j? Now j is containing what? Your address of I, and what is the address of I? 100. So I am writing the value of j is 100, and let's suppose the address of this is 200. Now here what I am doing, I am printing the value of j. It means the value of j is 100. It means your j is pointing at 100. So therefore the value of j is 100, and star j means the value above this address or value at the address, and the value at the address is 5. So this is how you can fetch the value from a variable by using the concept of pointer. Now there is one very important concept which is called as chain of pointer. Now what do you mean by chain of pointer? Now let me take an example. If I am writing main, if I am writing int I is equal to 5, right, and I am writing j. So suppose if j stores the address of I, then this j has to be what? J has to be a pointer, because only a pointer can hold the address of a variable, right? So this j has to be a pointer in order to hold the address of a variable I. So I am writing j is equal to I. Now let's suppose if I write one more variable k, and I write k is equal to address of j. It means what? J is a pointer. So just like I told you that only a pointer can store the address of a variable, right? So in the same way, a pointer cannot hold the address of a pointer. You need a level up. You need a pointer to store the address of a pointer. So what is j here? J is a pointer. So you want to hold the address of a pointer. What you require? You require a variable k, and this k, in case of this, you require a variable k, and this k has to be a pointer to a pointer in order to hold the address of a pointer, because a normal variable cannot hold the address of another variable, right? So only a pointer can hold the address, right? So if we want to store the address of a pointer, we require a level up. It has to be a pointer to a pointer, and we'll see how it happens. Now if I am writing suppose L is equal to address of k. So you know that k is what? K is your pointer to a pointer. So you want to store the address of a pointer to a pointer in a variable called as L here. So this L has to be what? It has to be a one level up. This L has to be a pointer to a pointer to a pointer in order to store the address of a pointer to a pointer. I hope you are getting. I am again repeating. See, A normal variable cannot hold the address of another normal variable. It has to be a pointer. Only a pointer can hold the address of a variable. Similarly, if you want to store the address of a pointer, then what you require? You require a level up. It has to be a pointer to a pointer. Similarly, if you want to store the address of a pointer to a pointer, what you require? You require a pointer to a pointer to a pointer. Let me take one more example. If I am writing P is equal to address of L, and you know that what is L? L is pointer to a pointer to a pointer. Therefore, what you require? You require a pointer to a pointer to a pointer to a pointer to hold the address of a pointer to a pointer to a pointer. So always n plus 1 star can hold the address of n star, right? It has to be a one level up. So P is equal to address of L. Let me now show you with the help of example. Now let's suppose I is 5 and the address of this is 100, right? Now I'm taking a variable j. And j is containing what? J is holding the address of I, and the address of I is 100. So this is 100, and let's suppose the address is 200. Now k is containing what? Address of j, and the address of j is 200, and let's suppose this is your 300. And L is containing what? L is containing the address of k, and address of k is 300, and let's suppose this is 400. And P is containing what? Address of L, and the address of L is 400, and let's suppose the address of P is 500. Now I will tell you why I have taken J as a pointer, K as a double pointer, L as a triple pointer, and P as 4 star. Why we have taken like this? Now, a very simple thing. Now the value of J is 100, so J is pointing at 100, right? Value of K is 200, so K is pointing at 200. Similarly, L is pointing at 300, and P is pointing at 400. Fine. Now suppose if I ask you that tell me what is the value of J. So what is the value of J? What value of J is nothing but it is 100. But if I ask you what is the value of star J, so J is pointing at 100 and star of this 100 is nothing but it is 5. So that's why I have declared J as only a one pointer so that I can reach to the value. Fine. Now I have declared my K as double pointer. Why? See, if I ask you what is the value of K, so you will tell that the K value is 200, right? The value of K is 200. Fine. Now if I ask you what is the value of star K, see the K value is 200 and the star of this K is 100. So star K is nothing but it is 100. But what if I ask you star K, what is the value of star K? See, K is pointing at 200. Star of K is 100 and star of 100 is 5. So we are getting to the actual data. So that's why we have declared K as a double pointer in order to reach the value. Now suppose if I ask you that what is the value of L, so you will tell me that the value of L is 300. Very correct. Now if I ask you what is the value of star L, you will say that the value at 300 which is 200. This is also done. If I ask you what is the value of star L, you will say the value at the 200. Very correct. That's 100. This is also done. And if I put one more star, if I write 3 star L, then the value at the 100 is 5. That's why I have declared L as a triple star. Now check with P. What is the value of P? The value of P is nothing but it is 400. Right? Now if I put a star here, star P is nothing, 300. If I put one more star, it is nothing but 200. If I put one more star, the value of star P is 100. If I put one more star, 4 star, then the value is 5. So this is how you basically getting to the value. So this is the concept of chain of pointer, and you can have n number of pointers in this case. So if I give you a question, like suppose if I write that tell me what is the value of, if I give you that what is the value of P address star address star address star. So now tell me what is the value of P. See, what is the value of this expression actually? So P means what? P is nothing but 400. So this P is 400. Fine. What is the address of P? Address of P is 500. Very correct. What is the star of 500? Star of 500 is 400. What is star of 400? Star of 400 is 300. What is address of 300? Address of 300 is 400. What is star of 400? Again the star of 400 is 300. What is the address of 300? Address of 300 is 400. What is star of 400? It is 300. And what is star of 300? And star of 300 is 200. Right? And let's suppose, so far after this expression I have reached till this. So now I want the value 5. So what you will do? You will put a one more star. Right? If you put one more star, you will get a value 100. And if you put one more star, you will get the value 5. So this is basically the concept behind the pointer. So pointer is a kind of variable which stores the address of another variable. And if you want to store the address of a pointer itself, then what you require a pointer to a pointer. If you want to store the address of a pointer to a pointer, you require one level up. It has to be a pointer to a pointer to a pointer in order to hold the address of a pointer. Right, guys? I hope you liked it. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.